Recently, Donald Trump was interviewed by Elon Musk, where Donald Trump told that EV car is actually not helping to reduce the pollution because the electricity still come from coal power plant. So we'll do a detailed analysis if EV cars are really helping to combat pollution, or if not, when and how they will actually help. So let us first dive into the current situation. So for example, suppose we are producing 10 megawatt electricity from coal powered power plant and 10 megawatt electricity from non-polluting energy power plants such as wind, solar and hydroelectric, maybe also nuclear if they are not polluting, and that 20 megawatt of energy is being used by home and industry. And suppose like at this moment there is no EV car, so their gasoline cars are consuming 5 megawatt of power which is produced by gasoline. So now suppose we totally replace this gasoline powered car by EV car, right? So now EV car power has to come from somewhere. So the electricity for EV car has to come from somewhere. Suppose since 20 megawatt is still being used by home and industry, we need more energy, more electricity, which can come from, for example, suppose like we get that additional energy from coal power plant, right? Then this actually is not helping much, because now rather than using gasoline, we are now using electricity to produce the same amount of power, right? So 5 megawatt we used to produce from gasoline, but that now we instead producing by coal. There is another way we can do the another way we can power the EV car, and that is by generating additional power by non-polluting power plant, right? So now we need to produce 5 more megawatt of non-polluting energy from wind, hydroelectric and other non-polluting power plants. So then it seems like, okay, now it is really helping, right? That now the 5 megawatt of electricity, 5 megawatt of power which we were using from gasoline now is being used by non-polluting power plant, right? So it's really helping, but actually it's not, because if you are generating additional 5 megawatt of electricity, right, then that you can use for reducing the power output from coal powered power plant, because our home and industry still need 20 megawatt. So because non-polluting energy power plant is producing 15, I don't need 5 megawatt from coal. So instead we could have reduced the pollution from coal by 5 megawatt, equivalent of whatever pollution is from 5 megawatt. So basically, if we can produce additional 5 megawatt of non-polluting energy, then either we can replace the either we can replace the gasoline, right, the gasoline from the gasoline power cars, right, like the gasoline consumption we can reduce like equivalent of 5 megawatt, or we can reduce the how much power we need to produce from coal, so reduce the burn less coal. So we have two choices. If we can create 5 megawatt of additional non-polluting energy, either we can use that additional power to run EV car, or we can use that additional power to cut down the coal consumption by coal powered power plant by equivalent pollution amount. So That's how we see that like EV car, introduction of EV car at this moment is not really helping, because it is just shifting from pollution from gasoline to pollution by coal, right? And any additional non-polluting energy we can use anywhere, right? Whether it could be for EV car, or you can reduce use by reducing the coal consumption by coal power plant. So now so then we'll wonder like, okay, like EV car will is that going to ever help? So let's understand when it will going to help. So now like our technology is very advanced, and like we are producing lot of non-polluting energy, and that means like we can producing so much non-polluting energy that like we don't need any power plant, right? So we can just shut them down. That will like non-polluting energy will cover the all our need for at home and industry. And because with producing enough energy, right, a lot of energy, so we can use that additional energy from non-polluting power plant to power or EV car. So that means like all the coal, all the gasoline is gone, right? Like maybe after 30 years or 50 years, when we have fusion power, right? So all the electricity will come from fusion power. There is no pollution anywhere. So at that time, it doesn't make sense to like run the gasoline powered car, right? We can just get all the energy from electricity, which is like non-polluting. So, but at this time, we are here. So we are not in that position like, okay, we have EV car, then that means like we are reducing the overall pollution. But one advantage EV car is that if rather than running lot of gasoline powered car in cities, suppose we run lot of EV cars, then city pollution will reduce. City pollution is like a big problem. So EV car will quite a lot help even at this moment. But the overall global effect is not there much, right? So if somebody is like the Democratic Party, which is pushing for a lot of EV cars to combat the pollution, climate change is not helping. So we can understand totally well from this analysis.